Everybody's attention now.
This is it, Josh! This is it!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of WrestlePoint. Today is Saturday, November 6th. Today we're going to be doing another edition of our new way of reviewing this week's wrestling. We're new winners and losers of SmackDown, and then also winners and losers of AEW. We're lumping together Dynamite and Rampage, so we won't be doing those separately. And then we'll be doing our next installment of our fantasy booking series, which today is going to be, we are drafting our dream pay-per-view card. And we'll get more into details for that when we get there. But what should we start? Should we start with SmackDown or should we start with Dynamite? Or AEW?
We can do, I don't really care.
I want to have AEW. I was about to say WWE. AEW losers or winners. I didn't watch it, so
You didn't watch Dynamite either?
I have watched Dynamite.
Yeah, you can just give one from Dynamite then.
Yes,
Okay.
I want to let's just start with SmackDown. Why not? I told you guys I'm going to start with my loser because I told you guys I was a shocking loser. The biggest loser coming out of SmackDown is me because I don't get to watch Roman Reigns anymore because he's in a program with Xavier Woods.
Oh my god.
Okay, so for me, it's at least Eric. This is your own fault. You refuse to watch Xavier Woods. So
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Yeah, that's why I said that's why I didn't say Roman's the loser, even though he's lowering himself to Xavier Woods' level, and he'll probably give Xavier Woods a ridiculous amount of offense whenever they do fight, and it'll make Roman look stupid, and Woods is going to make that whole thing a joke because that's all he does. But that's why I'm the loser, because I'm the one that chooses not to subject myself to that nonsense.
I don't think it's going to last very much longer. I just think it's the build for Survivor Series or what build they're trying to do, because obviously Roman's going to face Big E, so it does look like Roman's going to be facing Xavier on SmackDown. That's what I'm thinking. But I'll give my loser for SmackDown. First off, I was gonna be crazy. I was gonna say Vince McMahon because he was literally destroying his I'm not gonna actually say Vince, but because he was literally, there's 2 times last night where the characters were killing their own product. My favorite part of SmackDown was Roman's like, I believe for 1 week and SmackDown sucked. It's almost as bad as Raw. Like, you shouldn't be burying your own product. But my loser is, I hate Dom, block your ears when I say this, it's Jeff Hardy. Like, the best thing you can do with Jeff Hardy is have him in a backstage segment with Aaliyah.
But he bounced back because I don't know if we want to talk about it because the Survivor teams came out.
Well, I don't think that's really about. I'm talking about this SmackDown now. I'm talking about this SmackDown.
Okay, fine. He bounced back though.
He should be doing much better than having a little segment with Aaliyah. I mean, if it goes to eventually, because Sammy got in the way, if it goes for a Jeff Hardy-Sammy match, I'm all for it. But for right now, like, ugh.
You know who the real loser is of SmackDown? Cesaro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cesaro. I mean, he took the pin from what? Garza or Gorilla?
It was Carrillo, I think.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, he wasn't a tag team match, right? Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
It was a tag team match.
Like, what are they doing with Cesaro? One of the most talented wrestlers they have, and they're just like, let's just job him.
It's damn shame. It's damn shame.
I mean,
if that's not a loser to me, then it's not. Jeff Hardy just.
Yeah. It's just par for the course for Cesaro at this point. They've never utilized him.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because now, I think right now, actually, or like a couple hours ago, Cesaro's having a match with Walter. And he's going to be having a match with Walter for the next 4 nights, and we don't get to see that.
Nope. I mean, you can say what you want about Jeff Hardy. Oh, he had like a little backstage thing he didn't need anywhere, but he wasn't jobbed out in a tag team match, so take what you will.
I mean, at least Cesaro can get a match.
Yeah. It definitely brings
I'd actually take him. I'd take Dom. I would take Dom's side on this. I'd say Cesaro was a bigger loser than Jeff Hardy.
All right, Dom, give us your winner now. We'll go in reverse order for SmackDown.
Okay. This, you guys might. I'm leaning towards 2. One
I
is
have
kinda
2
like
right now. I have 2 right now in case you take one of them.
Okay, Sam. Okay, I just want to mention Sammy because, dude, Sammy is just having the time of his life. He does what the hell he wants. Like that man gives no fucks. He's having so much fun, and I feel like having so much freedom and knowing you're not gonna get fired, at least for a little bit, it's probably amazing. And then the actual one I would say is Xavier Woods. I mean, he's in a program, in the main event program. I mean, you can say what you want with this King stuff, but he looks like a star to me with the King stuff. That's just me.
His best,
and at least his presentation does. That's what I say. His presentation does, and I think that is a big up for somebody who is the trombone guy for the New Day. So I think he's the winner for me.
All right, so I have 2 different picks, but you didn't pick either of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a one that was actually lost this week. I'm going Ricochet. Ricochet looked really good in his match with Drew McIntyre. I feel like Drew McIntyre gave him a little bit of a rub after the match, and it looks like they're gonna do something with Ricochet and Mustafa Ali, which I'm all for. If they become a tag team, I'm all for it. I know what you're gonna say about like how it happened on Raw with what's the stable's name? I don't even know what. Retribution, where he tried to get Ricochet. This feels different. Ricochet, I think he had one of his best mic nights. I just thought he had a really solid match. I think he gave Drew the hardest time out of all the 3 of the people he's open challenged so far. So my winner is a loser technically in Ricochet.
Hey,
speaking of Ricochet and Drew McIntyre, one of my favorite moments in the last handful of years is when the promo segment when Ricochet is like you guys can sit here and blame each other all you want. I didn't come here to talk, and Drew's interrupts. He goes, then shut up.
Yeah, I think that last one actually.
And you know what? For Drew was obviously a heel there, but for me, he was a babyface because we didn't have to hear Ricochet talk because he's really bad at that. But anyway, my winner is and I've been talking shit about this person and what they're doing with her for a while, but Naomi, I should have just picked Shayna for my loser because it's just a goddamn shame that, what was the point of having Shayna beat people up for 3 weeks if they're just going to throw her into her job spot as soon as she switched brands? I don't know.
She hasn't really jobbed. She's technically won both their matches against Naomi.
Yeah, but Naomi won on SmackDown, did she not?
No, she won, and then Sonya Deville said it should have been a rope break, so they reversed the decision.
But that's nonsense. But
in the record book, she didn't lose.
Well, it's still nonsense. But anyway, but Naomi, there, for how many years has she been doing absolute? It's been 2 or 3 years since she's done anything, and now she's getting regular TV matches. And I don't care about what Sonya Deville says. She won the match.
I agree. I love the storyline. Honestly, I really do. I just wish Naomi would get rid of the glow gimmick. I hate it. I hate it so much. She would be taken so much more seriously if she just took it away altogether. And but I love the story. This is one of WWE's best long-term bookings so far. Even the subtle things like Naomi not being on the SmackDown team, obviously that was something Sonya is going to pick the SmackDown team. Obviously she's not going to be a part of it because Sonya doesn't like her. So I think this stuff is. The match was very sloppy at first. I will say that though. There was a lot, but Naomi's so athletic she can bounce back from almost any move. So I agree with everybody's choices. And my other winner I almost picked was I can't say their team name because it's in Spanish, but Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza looked really good.
Los Lotharios?
Something like that. And I love their finisher. Their finisher is kind of sick.
Mm-hmm.
But that's So that's
the anything else on WWE on SmackDown from this week.
Even though you hate the Xavier Woods, I still am very interested in the story. I think they wrote Kofi off TV. I think that's what that was. And Roman's an animal. I love Roman. We got 4 segments this week of Roman, and I'm not going to complain about that.
All right, so next week, let's move on to our highs and lows from AEW this week, whether it's Dynamite, or Rampage. I'm gonna start with a winner actually instead of let's switch it up. My winner for this week is Miro. I think
you scumbag.
Yeah.
He has all of our winners, I guess.
Because ever since he lost the TNT title to Sammy Guevara, he hasn't done much anything. And now he's not going to beat Bryan Danielson. We know that he's not going to win this tournament. But it's nice to see him. It's going to be a high profile match. It's going to be a great match, and Miro's he's going to look good no matter what. So I think even though he's going to lose the match, I think John Moxley. I think a winner is John Moxley because he did the fans a great favor by going into rehab and not wrestling. So now we can see. So now not only do the fans not have to see him pretend to wrestle, but we get to see Miro.
God, Eric.
Sorry.
Right. So have they ever fought Miro like Rusev and Daniel Bryan back in SmackDown?
Who?
Them
Rusev
two, Daniel Bryan and Rusev. Have they ever fought?
I'm sure they have.
In my head.
Well, let me see. He did Miro or Rusev.
Yeah, top of my head, I'm not sure.
2014 Royal Rumble, and then he was with Cena, and then he Daniel Bryan had to vacate the champion, and he was out, and he did another stint. Maybe 2015 they ran against each other. But actually,
because they did because then quickly it was like once he was done with Cena, it wasn't only like a handful of months later that Rusev was in League of Nations.
Yeah,
maybe 20. No, that's a different timeline, I think.
So maybe they haven't, but like I'm excited to see that.
Nothing I know of. No. Yeah.
So my winner is I had Miro as my winner, obviously. That was my reaction. My winner is Darby Allin. I think that segment was really good with the Pinnacle or however, and then like MJF looked really bad in that segment because he was like, and Darby Allin just looked like Darby Allin, and it was nice to see him just flying off stuff, having backup. So Darby Allin is not laying on the ground for once. So yeah, I'm excited for the match. I don't know if it's the best thing to put two of your top stars in a match where they've both lost the last time they're on a pay-per-view. So, but yeah, I'm definitely a winner of Darby Allin this week.
My winner. I must say Miro and Darby are good answers. Now I can't take them anymore. I'm sure there's a better one, but I'm just gonna go to the women's division with this one and say Jamie Hayter's a winner. She advances in the TBS championship. She shows that hey, she might be getting fucked in the champion in a match, but she has backup. And guess who didn't have backup?
Who did she? Okay, I was about to ask who she
Anna Jay didn't have backup, and you can say, oh, it's
she
a
did
dirty
after the match,
win.
did she?
Well, it didn't matter because she lost, so who cares? Like it's not when you needed backup. You needed backup during the match. So you can say, Jamie Hayter had a dirty win, but it's a win nonetheless, and it advances her into getting into the TBS. So that's a winner to me.
I think I would say her.
And she looked good. I think she looked good in general in terms of the match.
I would say she was probably likely to win TBS, but then I just remember Jade Cargill's in the.
I think Jade's winning. I think Jade all the way.
There's gonna be a good match.
Jade can't wrestle. It's gonna be a terrible match.
Interesting match. Let me say
it's gonna be terrible.
Match.
Jade can't wrestle. It's gonna be terrible.
Jamie Hayter's great. Jamie Hayter's
but Jade's awful.
I'll go into the loser real quick. I mentioned Jen and
I just don't take my loser. I have one that's surprising.
Is it Adam Cole, baby? No. Well, he got beat up pretty bad.
Is that your loser?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty
that
good
was
loser.
my loser. It was my loser.
Yeah, Adam Cole. If he's not a loser,
I was trying to screw you off.
He was left for dead.
Yeah,
he was left for dead. I don't have to say anything else. It's just not a good look for Adam Cole in general. It's sad to see.
He looked very weak, and I don't know if it makes much sense for him to take a concerto and then 2 nights later wrestle in the main event at Rampage. Doesn't make much sense to me. But
why couldn't Michael Nakasawa took
AEW does a bunch of shit that doesn't make any sense.
Adam Cole has looked very weak in his run so far. I'll say that.
Compared to Daniel Bryan, I mean, it's night and day. Literally night.
Bryan's already wrestled like 8 matches in AEW.
Daniel Bryan has like Daniel Bryan and I say CM Punk, they haven't had a great AEW run so far. I mean,
His
it's very
record is-
small, but so far it's really good.
We're doing losers, right? All right, so I have to switch.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam Cole was definitely my loser this week because he looked terrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
everybody's winner was Miro. Yeah.
I'm going Eddie Kingston. I think in that promo and Rampage. Well, he doesn't show up for Wednesday. He kind of looks like a bitch with CM Punk calling him out, and he's just not there. The second off, everybody loved this promo. They were raving about it. I did not like it at all. Eddie Kingston was basically like, "Why you don't respect me because I'm fat?" Like, what? I don't like the promo. I don't like the promo to begin with because CM Punk's main gripe with Eddie Kingston is because he interrupted him while he was in a backstage interview. Where are we, 10? You can't think of a better storyline than, hey, you interrupted me, now I want to beat you up. He looked very weak. You can tell, Eddie Kingston's great on the mic, but you can tell that CM Punk is just running circles around him on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they buried him even more, and where Eddie Kingston's like, "Oh, I want you at Full Gear," and CM Punk's like, "You're more of a darker elevation guy than me." So they buried him. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it looked good for him, and he's obviously not going to beat CM Punk.
He's not going to beat CM Punk.
After
go ahead.
Last booking, Eric and I looked at
what?
I was gonna say, me and Eric looked at list of top 10 talkers of all time, and some people had Punk number 6 and 3. I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
Punk is up there. I would probably, yeah.
He's top 10. I don't know about top 5, but
yeah. But before I say my loser, I kind of just want to piggyback on this Eddie Kingston thing. Yeah, he's obviously going to lose to Punk, and the other thing is Eddie Kingston can't fucking wrestle, so that match isn't going to be very good. So I don't even think CM Punk's going to come out of that looking that much better than he already was, because it's not like he's going to win. He's going to win because he's going to win, which is going to inherently make him look a little bit better, but the match isn't going to be good. So it's not going to elevate him as much as
I'm ready. I'm very much ready for CM Punk to get into real storylines, like storylines that are not pointless, like this. The last couple he has been in, because the Hobbs one made no sense to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. They're like Punk has done a great job of keeping it. Like, he was already over. He didn't need to get himself over. He's done a really good job of keeping himself over. I think AEW is handling him horribly, absolutely horribly.
I wouldn't say horribly. No.
I just think that
he's kind of just being booked like another guy. They're like, he's very over.
The intention was originally, though.
But I don't think that's. I think you want, like, it's CM Punk. You want it to be special, but he just did he just got his match with Bobby Fish. He got because there was a beat that Bobby Fish was beating up the guy he just beat, and CM Punk came in for the save afterward, and they randomly got a match. Who does that sound like? Every single babyface on the roster.
Well, you gotta. I mean, it's been 7 years. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, he's incredible, but like, he's not peaked yet. It is.
Well, no, he's definitely not peaked yet. But I do just like him to be in a meaningful feud. That
I agree. No, I agree with you. But I think we're gonna see that coming soon.
Yeah. I just think everything he does. I understand what you're saying, but in my opinion, everything CM Punk does, at least for the first year that he's in AEW, everything he does needs to feel special. And his match with Hobbs didn't feel very special. His match with Bobby Fish didn't feel very special. His match with Matt Sydal didn't feel very special. This thing with Eddie Kingston isn't special at all.
It's gonna be hard if he is wanting to wrestle on a consistent basis to make everything feel special. That's something like you will have to tweet somebody like
But they could do better. I think they could do better.
I agree with you. But it's hard to make.
I'm not trying to discredit Punk's in-ring ability right here, but it's so much different from Bryan Danielson, because I agree. I think we can all agree that Bryan Danielson is still probably one of the top 10 wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, one of them has wrestled this year, and one of them hasn't wrestled in 7 years. So
I would have loved to see them more on the dynamic of the tournament where CM Punk wanted in, but Miro got in, and maybe CM Punk costing Miro the shot and having them build a program together, which would have been pretty cool.
We gotta see what happens. I mean, right now I understand the grease, but I'm not complaining too much because I know that's not gonna be it forever. You know what I mean? It's just something temporary.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to Eric's.
So to get back on track, to get back on track, my loser. So I'm gonna say the name, and it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound very weird. And then I'm going to say the reason, and hopefully it makes more sense. My loser is Kenny Omega. because can you guys tell me who his match was against?
Alan Angels.
Who the fuck is that? And why did he get? And why did he get so much? Why did Kenny Omega need 10 minutes to take care of him?
It was
and so much offense.
I read that like a year ago from that day. It was when they had a match and it like went almost the whole distance.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. This guy, he's got just like that's the thing with AEW. They think that their fans care about these random things. Like, oh, they fought a year ago.
They
today.
do though. Trust me, they do. The hardcore AEW fans, they do.
Okay, fine. They're cult niche. Okay, so Dynamite does like what, like 800,000, and what percent of that do you think actually cares? Like they had a what percent do you think knows that they had a match?
Like 50.
A lot. I think they probably
I would say 10 to 15% at least.
Okay, so they're catering their product to what 8 to 10% people will understand.
I mean, when's the last time? Who would you like Kenny to fight? When's the last time you had a singles match?
I'm not saying don't have them. I'm not saying don't have them fight. I'm saying Kenny's about to defend the title against Adam Page. That match against Alan Angels should have taken 5 minutes.
He took him
to the limit.
They should just have the match on Wednesday then, huh? Just have it on Wednesday.
I'm saying no. I'm not saying don't have a match against Alan Angels. I'm saying have a match with Alan Angels, but understand that Kenny Omega should beat the ever living shit out of him and beat him in 4 minutes.
But the thing is, I understand.
10 minutes.
I understand your thing, but at the same time, like Kenny's not the champion that's like so overpowering and dominant. He's more of a finesse guy that takes his time, and he has great matches that last longer than they should. That's what Kenny Omega is.
I want to make a comparison.
Oh yeah, wait. Can I make a counterpoint? Do you remember? So remember, Kenny Omega got his title shot in that World Title Eliminator Tournament.
Yeah.
Remember his first match? Remember his first match?
Yes,
it lasted 10 seconds. It lasted 10 seconds. He hit one move. He hit one move and pinned.
Who's against?
I want to make a comparison.
Sonny Kiss.
Yeah, I already said that. I want to make a comparison. I'm watching the anime right now, right? It's called Bleach.
Oh, God.
And there's a guy named Kenny. And Kenny, he's super strong, right? And Kenny just likes to fight. He's like, I don't want to end you right now. I enjoy the fight. That's how Kenny Omega is probably.
No, because Kenny Omega. If that was the case, Alan Angels wouldn't have gotten so much fucking offense.
Yeah. Okay, I get both of your sides, I guess. All right.
My thing, if it takes him 10 minutes to beat Alan Angels, how long is it going to take him to beat Adam Page?
I mean,
an hour.
I don't think
he's not going to beat him regardless of what's the point. What are you trying to make a point?
Okay,
I mean, if he beats him,
then how long should it take Adam Page to beat someone that takes 10 minutes to beat Alan Angels?
Probably going to take him like 30.
It'll take 30 minutes, which is stupid because Kenny Omega got taken to the limp by Alan Angels.
Well, it's going to be like an hour long, just because that's how they do Kenny Omega matches.
Oh well.
Just because Kenny took offense doesn't mean he's gonna lose right away. All
right, so let's get to the meat of the show.
Yes.
Oh boy, so, I'm ready to lose another one.
Yeah, so we're drafting our dream pay-per-view card. So it's the same rules as always that apply snake style draft. Once one person is taken, they're completely off the board. So for our pay-per-views today, we're only doing so nowadays like match cards are 10 fucking matches. We're only doing 5. We're covering the basics. We're drafting an opening match, a women's match, a tag team match, a mid-card title match, and a main event.
I forgot we were doing an opener. I'm gonna be honest. I only have
wait. It's current only?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Current. No, it's not. No, it's not. What? It's all time. Yeah, except we never said current.
I floated the idea of it being current only, but then I floated the idea of it being current only, and then we said that'd be way too hard.
Oh my fucking god! Okay, fine.
Yeah, no way. It's got no way.
I see my balls.
Because half the people on my list are not current wrestlers. If I'm being honest,
I don't even have any.
Yeah, me too.
All-time wrestlers on there now.
All right, so I'm gonna do the wheel. See who goes first. I forgot we were doing opener. I only had the main title, mid card, women's, and tag. So, all right, first person up is
me.
If it's Dom and it's me.
No, it's
oh,
me.
wow, horse shit.
Hope I don't fuck it up.
Damn it.
All right, me. All right, Dom, me, Eric.
Can I go ahead?
Yes,
Yep.
you may.
Main event, Austin Rock.
It's already happened. Good pick, but that sucks.
What do you mean? I have to pick a new.
Do you know what a dream match is?
Okay,
No,
fine,
that
fine,
counts.
fine, fine, fine.
He picked it.
That's
No,
not-
he picked it. He picked it.
Then I get it though.
Huh?
Hey,
You
another
get it,
dream
yeah.
match. Hey, another match between them. It's gonna sell out everything. So who cares? I'll take it.
That's a terror.
Okay, god damn it. There
Okay,
goes my main
so-
event. There's what my main event was going to be.
So the issue with the pick is that when I was thinking we're doing dream matches, I was thinking of matches that's never happened.
That's
So-
what a dream match is.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
we
So
meant, I
that's
thought we meant dream. I'm confused.
what do you mean?
It is dream pay-per-view, not dream matches.
Well,
But
we're
We're
scheduling
drafting the
dream
matches.
The dream pay-per-view, like if you had to go one pay-per-view, then that's
All right,
the
no.
part
Do you want to do it again? Do you want to do? I'll give you your
Okay.
pick back.
I understand.
We'll give
I
you
understand
a mulligan.
that. Okay. Because I misunderstood. I thought we were just doing pay-per-view, like if the best pay-per-view
No,
of all.
you're doing a dream pay per view, but they're all dream matches.
Oh, okay. Dream match. Okay.
So if you kept with that pick, I would have not voted for it
Yeah,
because
me
it was sorry happened.
Okay.
Trying to
I get it.
go for matches that never happened.
Don, you want to trade picks?
You know what? This is a good one, actually. CM
Sure.
Punk versus Austin.
No.
Okay. I knew he was going to pick. Wait, what is that? What match?
That's
Main.
main event.
Is that your main event? Okay.
Yeah.
Presumably
has some
Sid
build.
Austin. Yeah.
That's a great main event.
You never know.
That
Okay,
is a
so
main event.
all right, I'm up. I'm going main event as well. I know I'm probably not going to get votes for this. So it's okay. This is my all-time dream match of all time. I'm going Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle.
That was my opener. That was my exact opener. I actually love that.
That's my favorite. That's my dream match if it ever could have had. But let's put it in perspective. This is everybody in their prime, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that pick.
Thank you.
That's a good
Okay,
pick.
so I'm gonna go main event.
So opener.
Yeah, I'm gonna go main event. This seems pretty easy to me. Not only is this gonna be a huge box office draw, but it's gonna be a fucking great match. We're going The Rock versus HBK.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
That's good.
HBK's off my list now.
That's good. That's good.
All right. God damn it. I gotta reassess now.
And then I get back to back.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see what I want to do next.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do now.
I either want to do my mid card or my tag team.
So I have
I
a
think-
question about the mid card. So let's say you pick a main event, right? And they were mid card.
We already answered this, Tom.
Listen,
because-
listen. Because this is answer question for me. So let's say you pick a mid card, somebody who was a main eventer, and you picked them for mid card. You would pick the mid card form, not the like all time.
No, I would say you pick your all time form.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my mid card, and I just think so. So first of all, I think so other than The Rock and HBK, I tried to make because that's just too big a dream match for me. I tried to do my other ones as one current wrestler that versus one legend. So for my mid card, I was thinking of two guys that can both just do it all in the ring. They can both work babyface or heel, so it doesn't matter who's who, and they can both draw like no other, and just can work all styles. So there's no match they can't have. So my mid card title match is going to be AJ Styles versus Randy Savage.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
So can I comment on your picks for a second?
My pick or
Yes.
Eric's. I would have definitely put AJ Styles with HBK.
yeah.
I think that's the only.
I was thinking, but
that was my mid card. That was my mid card. I think that's probably the money match right there. Because God, this is hard now.
Yeah, the reason if I can defend myself,
Yeah.
I honestly thought of HBK with Shawn Michaels. I mean, AJ Styles with Shawn Michaels, but I picked The Rock because we were so close to getting it. Like HBK had to leave the business when The Rock got huge, so I just felt like, and I was thinking The Rock can work with anybody, HBK can work with anybody, and I think I think AJ was a better opponent for Randy Savage than The Rock would have been. But either way, I think.
All right, so I'm going tag team here. I'm going a 6-man because I asked that earlier.
Yes, yeah. As long as they're stablemates.
All right, so I have the Shield.
Of course, I knew that's why you were asking.
Fuck.
I have the Shield versus the Elite.
I would have done the lead versus New Day, but it's just me.
The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
My opening match is Hulk Hogan against John Cena.
Okay.
I mean, if that's not box office, nothing else.
I mean, it's definitely box office for sure.
And then mid card.
God, I'm struggling hard here.
Mid card's difficult. Oh, I want to pick no, that's not a good idea. Daniel Bryan, you getting Daniel Bryan really fucks me.
That was such a good. No, I loved that pick. Ah, God.
Now that I think about it, because I have a guy that I would have loved to pair with Daniel. Fuck. Should I just go for a tag team match? I'm thinking about it. And you picked the Young Bucks already, so that's a.
Yeah. I obviously want to see this match. It's like a dream match, of course. But like taking Roman away and Kenny away from you guys.
Power move.
Really?
Actually, surprisingly enough, I didn't have Roman or Kenny in any of my drafts.
You know what? I wanna see okay. This is my mid card title. So I have a question real quick. So do you guys does it have to be like traditional mid card? Like this is some players or wrestlers that would traditionally be in a mid card, or couldn't it be just anybody and just stick them there?
We said you can have anybody in your mid card.
It can be anybody.
Because he has. Okay. Who do you have?
I have AJ Styles and Randy Savage.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
I mean, okay. I want to see this because it's like a bout of Titans. So I'm gonna take Brock Lesnar and Andre the Giant.
Oof.
I mean, that's gonna. I want to see that.
All right. I go mid card. I have to take. Can you guys just remind me of your picks real quick so I don't take anybody's?
I picked The Rock, HBK, AJ Styles, and Randy Savage.
Okay.
I have Brock Lesnar, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, CM Punk, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. All
right, so mid card. I think this is a pretty clear dream match for many people. I'm taking The Undertaker versus Sting.
I was about to.
Fuck. I wanted to pick Undertaker. I forgot all about that.
That was my very next pick. Fucking.
I'm still happy with Brock versus Andre though.
Okay, so my turn. I guess I'm gonna save opener for last then. I guess because all of my opening combinations have been taken really. So I'm gonna go tag team next. You guys could have probably guessed that I'm picking FTR for one of them because they're just one of the greatest working tag teams of all time. And when I was thinking about who I wanted to pair them with, so no one lays out a match as good as FTR. And I think FTR is at their best when they're heels. So I was thinking I wanted to get one of the all-time babyface tag teams, and I was thinking I have two teams in mind. It was either going to be the Hardy Boys or Edge and Christian because they're both huge babyface teams. Because I'd book FTR to lose this match because the babyfaces are so fucking over. So for me, it just came down to I think Edge, as far as in-ring storytelling, I think Edge is better with storytelling, and when you can combine Edge's storytelling with the way FTR lays out a match, it's gonna be fantastic. And I think it's just a better complement of styles. So my tag team match is gonna be FTR versus Edge and Christian.
Fucking bullshit, boss.
Why was that where you were going to take them?
Yep, I was gonna put them against DIY.
Oh, that's a good one too.
And then
Yeah.
my women's match. I'm probably not going to get Cody's vote because I'm picking Minami Toyota because you just can't not because again she's the best at everything. She's just the best at everything. And I was gonna just fuck with both of you and pick and do Minami Toyota versus Wendy Richter, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not gonna do that to myself. So we're gonna go with the greatest women's wrestler of all time, which is Minami Toyota, and she'd be the babyface, obviously. And what current heel woman would have a huge problem with someone else, with another woman claiming she's the greatest of all time? But Charlotte Flair. Yeah, so we're gonna go Charlotte Flair versus Minami Toyota.
Okay.
So my women's match, I'll just go women's match too. I'm taking Sasha Banks versus Trish Stratus.
The classic, yeah.
All right. My turn, right?
Yep.
I want to go ahead and get it out of the way. I think this is great storytelling. Lita and Becky Lynch. Yeah. So I'll do that. Lita and Becky Lynch.
Why is this great storytelling?
Oh, I was about to pick. I was about to pick. I was about to pick Bailey, but I'm like, yeah, no, Becky's probably better. Just like as a match, I guess. And then for my tag team, I wanted to pick DIY with Edge and Christian, but not anymore. So let's see. I'm still picking. Am I picking DIY? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I have a great opener, I think, now. Has this ever happened? I need to see if it ever happened first. Oh, it has happened. Oh, no, it hasn't.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at my matches. I'm looking at...
That's what I'm looking up right now. I'm looking up if a certain match happened.
I don't think it has.
There has to be a tag team, of course. Yeah, okay, you know what? I can do that. Chris Jericho and Benoit against DIY. I think that's really good.
What do you have left, Dom? Or is that it? You done?
That's it.
All right, so I'm going...
Wait. Can I replace Chris Jericho?
As long as it's with somebody... As long as
yeah.
with somebody that, like, it was a Benoit tag team partner, I'd say, yeah.
I'm sure they have once at least. They're good friends.
Who?
Eddie
Guerrero. Yeah.
I don't think they're established. I think they have to be a tag team that's actually like fought for the title.
Okay. I'll keep Jericho.
All right.
I'll take
So
it. Jericho.
I'm going my opener here. I need something that will get people on their feet, get people pumped. I'm going the Demon King, Finn Balor.
Mm.
This is a match that was supposed to happen, but it never did. Versus the King of the United Kingdom, Walter.
Nice.
Okay, I guess.
I mean, have you ever watched a Walter match?
I have. Okay,
and Finn Balor is definitely a better wrestler than Ilya Dragunov, and they've got 5 stars. So
so I'm really stuck now because my opener. My opener's definitely going to feature Bret Hart, but it was going to be, first it was going to be Daniel Bryan against Kurt Angle. Can't do that. Then it was going to be, I figured Cody was going to get Daniel Bryan, so I was like, okay, well, if he takes Daniel Bryan, then I'll do Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. Can't do that.
I can't believe that match never happened. I seen that today. I'm so shocked that never happened.
What?
Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart.
Yeah, I need an opponent for Bret Hart.
Bret left in like 97 and Kurt came in 2000, so.
Yeah, I need a solid opponent for Bret Hart, and so I'm trying to think of a good technician.
I think there's one out there. I don't think they've ever wrestled before, but I'm not going to say the name, obviously.
I was thinking Ric Flair, but they've wrestled.
Yeah.
That's not who I was thinking of.
Just pick your
I was
favorite. I
also
don't know.
I was also thinking Jericho, but
Jericho's
no. Yeah, Jericho's been taken.
Hey, you could have had me let Eddie instead. So,
That's true. I could have.
Oh well.
Maybe I was going a completely different direction, but then Cody would never vote for me because he's not going to have heard of this guy.
I'm coming.
Let me look up, let me make sure these two guys have never wrestled before.
I can't believe you're not picking a certain person right now. We'll fight Bret Hart.
I'm trying to, because I don't know I don't know a lot of people that he's wrestled.
Well, I know for a fact this person hasn't wrestled him.
I was probably thinking of someone current.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I know what Cody's thinking too.
You know what? Fuck it. I think this would still be a really good match. Let's go Bret Hart versus Randy Orton.
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking Cesaro.
I think Randy Orton he plays a much better heel in that scenario.
Yeah.
All right. I'm really happy.
He's just not quite the technician that I like. So Dom, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have liked? I'm not asking if you would have voted for it, but would you have liked if I said Mick Foley versus Tomohiro Ishii?
That would have been a Ishii, no. Onita, maybe.
That's
I would. You know what I consider picking? John Moxley versus Mick Foley.
That
would have been fucking crazy, man.
I was considering. I was thinking of doing Okada versus Ric Flair.
I'm surprised none of you picked Okada.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, Cody is so anti-Japan.
No, I would. I know who. Like, if I know them, like, I'll consider voting for. Okada's obviously an amazing wrestler.
I don't know. Like, I would have. If Hulk Hogan or Cena would have been taken, I would have replaced it then. Like Cena against Okada would have been great. But I'm happy with my picks. I'm really happy. Yeah.
All right, so.
I have to clear my.
Right.
So okay, what? I need.
Yeah, mine came down to 3-2.
I have to hear you guys' picks again.
Yeah, I need to hear yours as well. So I can go first, Dom, if you want.
With what? With listing it?
I wish we gave match. I wish we gave match types too. That would have been fucking.
Oh, like stipulations, maybe. Yeah. Why did we not do that? How weird.
I had Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle in Ultimate Submission match.
What is What is your?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Let's get these out of the way first. Let's
Cody, what is your opener?
My opener is Finn Balor versus Walter.
And
mine's Bret Hart versus Randy Orton.
Okay, and then your mid.
Mine's Undertaker versus Sting.
Mine's AJ Styles versus Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. Okay. Women's. No, tag. Yeah, women's.
Sasha versus Trish Stratus.
Charlotte versus Manami Toyota.
Okay. And then tag.
Mine's the Shield versus the Elite. Young Bucks and Kenny.
Then mine's FTR versus Edge and Christian.
I hate that you took Edge and Christian from me. Because that would have been so good against DIY. Oh, okay, and then the main event.
Mine is Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle.
I had Rock versus HBK.
Okay, got it.
All right, so can you guys, Dom, can you give me yours, and then Eric, I just want
to. My opener is Cena Hulk.
Yeah.
My mid card is Bret.
Never mind. You Cena Hulk. What's your opener, Eric?
Okay.
Bret Hart versus Randy Orton.
Okay. Mid card.
Brock versus Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Randy Savage.
Okay. Tag team.
DIY versus Benoit and Christian.
Yeah, and then Eric.
FTR versus Edge and Christian.
Should have been me.
So women's. Toyota and Charlotte versus
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Well, not versus, and mine is Becky Lynch and Lita versus Lita.
And then world title.
Rock versus HBK.
Go.
And I had Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
All right, I'm done.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right, are we ready?
Dude, I am.
I can go first.
All right.
Yeah, Dom, you first. Fuck it.
All right, mine went 3-2. Okay, I'm gonna start.
Don't they always?
Mine's also 3-2.
I feel like it's always like that.
From the opening, Bret Hart versus Orton against Finn Balor versus Walter. Bret Hart and Orton. I'm sorry, Cody. I think that's.
You're uncultured. You don't watch Walter enough.
Taker. Then you have Taker Sting versus AJ Savage. Taker Sting. I think that takes
easy. Yeah.
I hated that I missed this because that would have. Oh, I hate it.
I'm surprised no one took it when I asked. Like,
I hated. I forgot about it. It completely.
Oh, I didn't. If Cody didn't get them, that was literally gonna be my next pick.
All right, then we have Toyota and Charlotte versus Sasha and Trish. I'll pick Charlotte and Toyota actually.
Because Dom understands women's wrestling.
Okay,
Sasha versus Trish is going to be a masterclass when it happens.
I mean, yeah, but Charlotte versus Toyota is a bit different. I mean, Shield versus. I mean, Trish is out of those 4 women. Trish is the worst wrestler in ring.
Debatable.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think so.
Debatable.
But Shield and the Elite versus and then we have FTR and Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian good. FTR, I'm like, meh. Shield versus the Elite, yeah. Cody get that point, and then we move on to the end. Rock, HBK, Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle. One of them is more blockbuster than the other. I'm sorry, Cody. I picked.
Wow, that's embarrassing that you picked that up.
That's not embarrassing.
Yeah,
one of them is blockbuster.
You just said.
Cody sounds like me.
No. He said Trish is the worst wrestler. I'm sorry. If you had to name the 3 best wrestlers out of those 4, who are they?
The best what?
Who are the best? Rank the wrestlers from 1 through 4.
Hey, the man made his pick. Okay.
Toyota versus Charlotte. But Toyota versus Charlotte is probably more all time than Sasha versus Trish. Because Toyota was such a big star in terms of like pedigree, and Charlotte is right up there now too. So she has.
How do you learn so much about Toyota in 2 drafts?
Dom already I knew about it before.
You're the one that didn't know about Toyota.
You didn't know. You didn't know.
Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle.
Somebody.
I will say this: Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle will be the greatest match ever if that happens.
I don't know about that.
It will be.
All right,
maybe
so I'll go.
Okay.
No, let me go because he voted for you. He voted for you, right?
Okay. So that means you voted for Dom because you want me to be the tiebreaker.
What are you talking about? Oh, you go first then. You go first.
Go first. Nobody voted.
Anyway, yeah. So, I'll start. Yeah, I'll start with opener. Hogan and John. So my criteria that I was trying to judge on the best I can was which one do I actually think would be a better match. But this was it's too tough to ignore the blockbuster of Hogan and John Cena. I mean, I love
an opener. I
really do. You can't. But I will say, and I'm going to. And this is going to be completely contradictory to me picking Hogan and Cena. I do think that Demon King versus Walter would be a much better match, but the blockbuster. And if you want people to start hot, if you want sometimes an opener doesn't like Hogan and Cena to start a show, it's going to be electric anyway.
Yeah,
so,
it'll be 20
so opener.
minutes.
I did choose Hogan and Cena.
Uncultured.
Anyway, so a mid card title, it's mid card title, it's easy. You take Taker and Sting, never. I'm sorry, there's just no debate there.
I get that.
Tag teams: Shield versus the Elite, and then Jericho Benoit versus DIY.
Yeah.
This time I actually went with my which do I think would be a better match. And unfortunately, the Shield has one of the worst wrestlers in the world. So anytime
Hey,
Dean Ambrose,
Ambrose is a good wrestler. John Moxley is not.
anytime Dean Ambrose gets in the ring, it's going to be bad.
It's
So
in War Games. Did I forget to say it's in War Games?
Yes, so I went with Jericho Benoit versus DIY, and then so women's Sasha versus Trish Stratus, and then Lita versus Becky. I mean, both would be great matches, but I'm more sold on Sasha versus Trish Stratus because I also feel like there's kind of been well, actually, didn't they?
They're gonna wrestle one day.
That was a tag team. It was a tag team match. Yeah, it was the Boston Hug connection against Trish Stratus and Lita, right? Didn't that happen?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that your pick doesn't count because I was a tag team.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, the only Trish match I remember with 4 Horsewomen when she fought Charlotte at SummerSlam.
I thought it Evolution, that all women's pay per view.
They tagged.
I don't think that disqualifies the match though.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, either way, I think I picked Sasha and Trish. And then
because if we go by that, I'm sorry to interrupt. Because if we go by that criteria, then the Daniel Bryan Kurt Angle would have been.
Yeah, because they met at the Battle Royal and then they had a face to face.
No, they tagged, didn't they?
No.
Either way. We're saying it does. We're saying it doesn't.
WrestleMania 33.
That was Shane McMahon.
No, Kurt.
Yeah, it was Shane. Kurt Angle was in Kurt Angle. It was WrestleMania 34. And it was him and Ronda against Stephanie and Triple H.
Never mind, I got confused.
Which, by the way, I was at WrestleMania 34. That match is honestly one of the best matches I've ever seen in person. That match was so fucking sick.
Triple H is an underrated performer.
But anyway, main event. Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle, Austin Punk.
Austin Punk, come on.
It was tough. It was really tough.
Oh, come on. They already...
But I already made my vote, but it's just hard to actually say it because of the star power versus the match quality. What do you do? And
one of them is they're both gonna have Kurt and Cena. Kurt and Punk will have a match. Not Kurt and Punk. Austin and Punk will have a great match too. You can't just come on.
But one of them is going to be a master class. So I did give it to Cody.
Fuck.
So basically, if I vote for Eric, he wins. If I vote for Dom, he ties. So let's see.
All right. This is some bullshit.
So,
come on, really punking.
So opener was Bret Hart and Randy Orton and Cena Hogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put Cena Hogan. I think.
Yep.
Okay, so you can't be mad at me for not picking Demon King versus Walter then.
Yes, I can.
But you're doing the same thing.
It's all right. I'm a hypocrite.
Okay, fine. As long as you're honest.
At least it admits it, yeah.
Next match was Lita versus Becky versus Toyota versus Charlotte.
You don't know who Toyota is, just say Lita and Becky.
I picked Toyota versus Charlotte because I think like when I thought of Becky versus Lita, it seems so boring to me. I don't know why, but like when I was watching it, I was like, I really don't want to see that match because I think Becky's not as good as a wrestler as everybody thinks she is, and Lita, I don't know. I see Lita more of a manager than an actual wrestler. So,
okay.
Next was the tag team. It was DIY versus
Jericho Benoit.
And Eric, you had
FTR, Edge, and Christian. Are you just making your picks now?
No. I can't. I don't put the matches down. I just put your initials.
Oh, okay.
I picked FTR versus Edge and Christian.
What an awful pick.
Dom, you literally said, "I wish I got Edge and Christian." So like, so now it was two. It's 2-1 now, and then mid card was what was your mid cards? I can't remember.
Dom had Brock versus Andre the Giant. I had AJ Styles versus Randy Savage.
I picked Brock versus Andre the Giant. I just think that match would have just been insane.
I know.
That match would honestly suck. That match would honestly suck because Andre the Giant was the biggest draw in wrestling.
Just for spectacle alone, come on.
All right, and now the main event.
I'm not disagreeing with the pick. I'm just saying that match wouldn't be that great because Andre couldn't really move around very much.
No, I agree with you, but it'd still be a spectacle.
But the idea of Brock hitting an F5 on Andre the Giant would sell tickets.
If anybody can,
German,
you could.
you bringing him to Suplex City. That would be
Oh my
insane.
god.
All right, main event was CM Punk and Austin versus what'd you have, Eric?
Rock versus HBK.
I'm fucked.
All right. So everybody knows
I'm
I love
fucked.
Austin, but CM Punk, HBK and Rock are two of my favorite wrestlers ever, so I give it to Eric.
Damn.
I do
Nobody
think
picked Punk.
there was mistakes on both ends. I do think that Eric had it in the bag. I had to think more. Eric had to have it in the bag. He put HBK and AJ Styles together. That was my mid card. That was my mid card feud. I think that match might be one of the best matches of all time. If that happened.
Man, no one putting respect on the Punk and Stone Cold. the two voices of the locker rooms and their era. That's
I don't care about the locker room.
Come on, they already had beef. In what was it? In WWE 13?
It's
Have
about a
you seen
video
that?
game. It was fake.
I
That
don't.
was so
Have
fake.
you seen the tension? Oh,
It's fake.
All right,
Oh
so-
my god.
So with that,
I'm
our
so sick of
fantasy standings is that only 4? Oh yeah, because the women's one didn't count because I was no.
It did
No,
count.
the women's one does
Even-
count.
Even if the women's one didn't count because I was stupid, then that would still only be 5 because I've won 3 now. Dom's
How'd
won
you win
1.
3?
I won
What?
I won the that's including I'm including our fantasy like booking plus fantasy.
No, this
Yeah.
is something different.
No, 100%. 100%. I have it written down.
Oh, I count this differently, if I'm being honest.
I
These are drafts.
counting.
These are drafts.
I was counting fantasy
But you're-
overall.
These are drafts, so
Okay,
I
well then
yeah,
draft.
actually, I worded it bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I was counting it all together, just fantasy overall. Okay, then.
No.
Then it's 1 to 1 to 1 because the women's one doesn't count because you guys don't know
No,
anything.
yes, it does, and I want
you-
that one.
Because
Stop
if
being such a bitter puss.
if you guys knew anything about women's wrestling, then I easily would have won.
And if you guys know anything about some Stone Cold Steve Austin CM Punk main event, then you guys would have
Dumb.
chose too.
I mean,
Steve Austin wasn't that good in the ring. Let's get real.
if
It's
we're being
not about
honest,
how
if we're being honest
good
right
in the
now,
ring.
if we're talking wrestling, like the best wrestlers, who would have won?
Daniel Bryan and
that's-
Kurt Angle.
No, but like
I
the
agree.
whole everybody's card, who would have won? Like if you don't put it into like box office,
Probably yours, Cody.
Let me try to. Where did I put my?
You did have the elite, and none of them are like technical wrestlers.
Damn it! I threw them.
They're still great. They're still great performers.
But it's just in terms of
Dom,
wrestling,
I think Dom put too much attention into like who would sell the most tickets and like
But
I'm
that's
thinking
what's important, isn't it?
no,
that's why
because
I
we
think
didn't
it's
say this was
important.
WrestleMania. This could have been a house show for all we know.
I
We
thought
didn't say
wrestling's
pay-per-view,
about making.
So we know it's not a house.
I thought wrestling was about making that money. That's what I thought. That's
Well,
what I thought
then why was
wrestling
Wendy Richter? Then why'd you guys not put Wendy Richter the biggest draw?
Because I don't know. Who
Because
that
I didn't think she was a bigger doll than Ronda Rousey.
And okay, but then you were wrong.
No, I'm
Again,
not
these
wrong.
things-
It's just
Again, these things like I say a lot of things are debatable. That's just not debatable.
is.
How-
Yeah,
That's why the women's one doesn't count because you guys are wrong and don't understand that you're wrong.
I
It's not
wasn't
even-
alive.
It's
well,
not even-
Eric,
Richter.
if you guys, Eric, if we're wrong in that criteria about the women's, and you guys are wrong about the men's, about this one right now, I should have won in terms of if it's really that much.
If
draw.
I'm being honest, Dom, you would have held a better shot if you had Cena and Hogan in the main event. They would have made more money than Austin and CM Punk.
That's what I say. Screw you guys.
Well, Eric wins this one by the skin of his
Whatever.
teeth. I think he slipped Dom a $5 bill to not vote for me because my card was obviously the best.
I did vote for. I almost voted for you, but then,
If Dave Meltzer seen our cards, he would give my
You shouldn't have-
$10
you
stars.
If
Eric,
Dave Meltzer
no,
was voting, then I would have just put AEW guys in every match.
Cody,
That's all it takes to
Cody,
get Dave
Dom,
Meltzer's.
Dom,
no. Listen.
No. No.
Cody, you played yourself. Why didn't you put Undertaker and Sting in the main event and put Daniel Bryan and Kurt Angle? You
because
said I should have switched spots. You should have switched spots too.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes, 100%.
No.
Eric, agree with me.
no.
I do kind of because that was I would have put Taker Sting in the main events and I would have put Daniel Bryan Kurt
Thank
Angle
you.
either an opener or mid card title.
Thank you. If you criticize me about like my positioning, I'll criticize you about yours.
Yeah, I agree with
Dom, we had
that.
Dom, we had two of the top 5 most money making wrestlers of all time in the opener.
And they got that quite hot, and I swept the ball.
Okay, I'm going to be honest here. I voted because they're just two of the biggest people in the world. I would not be entertained by that match at all.
I wouldn't either, but I
You
want to
guys
see
see
what
the
happens.
That match would have 20 minutes of pure staring at each other.
You know what? What is considered one of the best matches of all time? Hogan Rock. It wasn't great, but it was electrifying, right?
Electrifying.
It was breathtaking. It was.
I don't know if people consider that one of the greatest matches of all time. Do they?
WrestleMania, yes, they do. 100%. You can let's look up lists. Let's
Look it up. Look it up.
That's what we do every show. We just look at lists.
Yeah, we do. We end
All
up
right,
looking
well, that was it for our stuff, our fantasy draft. We will be back for Raw with another fantasy draft on Tuesday, I believe.
We actually don't have a fantasy draft thought of yet. We don't have a concept yet, so that's gonna be
Not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. But we will have a couple days, and then I say maybe we'll do like a show Friday. We'll probably have to do our all out full gear predictions.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's been us from WrestlePoint. Have a great night. I was screwed.